Hello, YouTube world. My name is Anthony Long. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Picker channel. You came back? Sure glad you did. What up? I always wanted to play that song when I was a kid. It's one of those things I can't believe I can actually play that intro. I wish I had the 12 string though that he plays it on, because it has that more ringing. It gives it more of a ringing sound, haunting sound. Genius. He was such a good guitarist. Still is, I guess. Any requests there, Mr. Popzilla? Thanks for joining. It's been too long since I played Redemption Song. I can't remember it offhand. It's a good one. It's not real hard, but the way he plays it's cool. Good choice. It's been a long time. Lots of years. It's probably been 10 years since I played that one. It's hard to remember them all. Hey, what's up, Jen? Fam. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining. I was going to be listening anyway. Before I go on, I didn't see anybody on. I'm sure there will be. Thanks for keeping me in the background. Woo! That was fun. Ooh. Got the old forearms juiced. If anybody wants to jump in and list with me. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sitting here staring at my phone, listing like autographs, pieces of the jersey. That's like, it's the same as Cardinals, so it's a piece of the bat that the Cardinal sits on. And when you list it, you say 3-color jersey patch, just so you know if you ever get something like that. And this one's a sticker autograph. You can see it's on a sticker. So the player signs a bunch of stickers, and then they take the sticker off and slap it on. Those aren't worth as much money as the ones they actually have the card and they write it on there with no sticker. And this one's a cool one. It's a big piece of I don't even know what it is. It says jumbo patch, but it looks like a piece of a sock. It's like soft looking. That's another thing too. Like on the back, it says player used. So that means they just have to put it on and take it off. They don't have to actually wear it in a game. But when it says game used or game worn, it makes it worth more money. And this says player used. So he just put on some socks. They took them off. It's funny how things are. This one's Prism 30 of 35. He's a Gold Glover. He's getting ready to get signed. So whenever guys get signed, it gets people to think about it when they go on there. Right on. Yeah, I'm just Tampa Bay jersey. That's what you're listing? I don't have any in my stock. I think I have a Chiefs only. Another autograph. It's 13 of 50. What I do is I'll take I don't know, whatever. How do you do it, Kelly? But I grab like this many cards. I take all the pictures and then I grab them, look at them. I mean, you can go back and forth from the picture and then list it, but I like having it right here, easy to list. The most important words first, pop, 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 pop. And then transfer the pictures right on over. Of course, I know all these are going to sell, so I'm not having to comp, if that makes sense too. But if it was like Wii games, you want to comp it first. You want to take a bunch of pictures of something that's never going to sell. So I guess it's a little different. But when I know it's going to sell, that's how I do it. I always just take a bunch of pictures and then throw them in. Like I can just sit down and just throw them all in now, and I'll list 40 cards in an hour probably. I feel like I just do it faster that way. I don't know if it's just because of cards or what. I do the same thing with like video games, because if I'm doing a bunch of video games, it's easy to kind of use the same, sell similar on the same ones. Easier with your ad? You do ads? Yeah, with your ADD. Duh. ADD. Ad. Yeah, I hear you. I understand. So like I just want to hear everybody's different ways of doing it. I'm sure as long as everybody finds what it is, it's all that matters, right? You know what I mean? Because like for me, I was getting all kinds of stuff done most of the day, looking forward to being able to list. It sounds crazy now because I used to not be that way. I mean, I listed to make money. I didn't list because it was fun. Now it's just kind of fun. Most of the time I've sold something either similar or I've sold the same thing. So, it's not, I think it was hard to list when I didn't know if it was going to sell and I didn't know if I was wasting my time. And I think that's where everybody comes when they start, it's like the people that talk about how eBay's slow or, and stuff like that. But most of the time, those people that are saying that don't have it 50 to 100 listings. If they had any good things, they're already gone. And that's why it's slow, because they probably haven't refreshed it, or they have stuff too high or the pictures look terrible. There's usually a reason, because eBay has a lot of eyes on it. I mean, you put up any listing, unless you're not buying very smart, I get 5 or 6 views, pretty much anything I put up, because people have their keywords set on it, Well, let's see how many. Look at this auction I got going. I like throwing up auctions. I don't know. Do you guys do auctions every once in a while? But I do these. And it ends at 10:22 on Saturday. People have been drinking. They've been bidding on it. Now they want it. And I do it. I mean, I could have pieced this out, but if you can see it. It's an N64. It's got the expansion pack. I'm showing it by opening up it's in that red there. I'm trying not to glare. And then it has the lime green controller, which is rare. It's got the Mortal Kombat trilogy, but the stickers wore off. But since it's put in a bundle, they're buying it for the game. It works. It's not like a collector's piece. And then there's like Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat, and like 4 or 5 other games, WWF, a memory card. And it's already at $102.50. And it doesn't end till it ends Saturday night. And so it's 4 days and 5 hours left. And there's been 29 bids. How many? There's like 27 watchers. Let me look. And a lot of people, I don't know if you notice, they don't understand the watching and things like that. So they'll bid on it just to get alerts. And so people are bidding it up. Something like this, they'll bid it up. And it makes it look like there's more people interested. So there's some things I think that almost do better in auctions. and I think they'll promote it. They'll push it in front of people a little bit more. Where's it at? There's 8 bidders already. It's not showing me the 26 watchers. So yeah, it's crazy how something like that just gets everybody excited. Printer ink. You think that would go pretty good? Every time I put printer ink, it goes to California or Washington State. Seems like. There was one time I went to a garage sale here, and one thing you don't think about at garage sales, you finally have an arsenal of like things that you can buy and sell on eBay quickly for a decent price. And I found out a couple summers ago that printer ink, and so I bought one that was expired, but I didn't really check the box, and they had retaped it. And hey, what's up, Mac? How you doing? And the black was gone, but the others were in there. And I was like, really? And then I looked, and even out of the box, I sold the other ones for like $4 plus shipping. And I sold all the rest of them. So I ended up making money on it anyway. At first I was mad, and then I'm like, shoot, I ended up piecing it out, almost making more money piecing it out than just leaving it in the box. Crazy. And it sold fast. And that's another thing to look out for is wrapped old VHS tapes and cassette tapes still in the package. I lock those up and sell them for pretty good money. I mean, I get them when they're like 50 cents or less, and they'll sell for like $2 a piece. But I just lot them up and what are you listing, Kelly? I'm waiting. I can't wait for Select to come out in football. This is why it doesn't even show up as good as it's all the green. Like they have a lot of color, and so they sell good because they look better. But they're the same price as a lot of the other stuff. Hey, what's up, Jesse? I'm just listing. Thought I'd come on and chit chat, have a place for people to hang out if there was no other lives going on. I know sometimes I'm listening and I want to just chit chat, have something in the background. Sports cars are so easy to list. Even if you don't have good margins, they're just easier. Look at this, Jesse. You'll probably appreciate it. Piece of the jersey bat. I mean, the bat on the jersey. It's the 3-color. It's his rookie, too. He had bad last year, so his cards kind of went down, but there's always a fan. I sold a Maurice Jones-Drew card yesterday. He hasn't played in the league in a decade. Oh, yeah. I listed a Build-A-Bear plush bear something anniversary 2002, and it has like a denim outfit, denim hat and stuff. I figured it'd sell quick, and it hasn't. Yeah, I like listing. I think it's fun. Especially you get to where you list, you have fun, and then you realize what you like to list. So then you source better, you list faster, you source better. You know what I mean? Like at first you're just trying to figure it out. And then you kind of find your niche. I already did sports cards, but I needed to know some other things. I'm glad I paid attention to Lonnie and John and Kevin, Matt, Harry Tornado, Tommy Bernard. Thank God for our community. They've saved me, and I think what's great about our community is they save you from a lot of mistakes. because that's what would have cost us. They've made their mistakes and they tell you the mistakes. You're saving everybody a lot of time by not having them. You know what I mean. What's up, Wes? Some clippers. I wish I could grow that hair again. That'd be nice. Like this, I think we all know this. It's just like stock. But like Marcus Stroman he got signed by the Mets. This is an old. Um, well, did he get signed by the Mets? Yeah, this is an old Toronto, but it's 6 of 25, and so people are thinking about him. So get it up. He may have a terrible year. It might sell this year just because people are thinking about it. So you sell it when it's hot because you just don't know when career is going to end, or you can always buy more cards. And that's why it made it easier whenever I started doing those breaks, because I always feel like I can get some more Patrick Mahomes cards if I put some money in breaks. So I don't feel like I'm lost forever from having them. Everybody else is the ones that hoard, won't ever sell it whenever it gets to be expensive anyway. That's because I was that way. Like, well, it's going to be worth a lot of money in 20 years. It gets 20 years down the line, they still don't sell it. So it didn't matter. With inflation and stuff, I don't know. And how much money you can make on $2,000 or whatever. You and cards don't get along. Yeah. There's a lot to it, I guess. It's just like anything. You comp sold prices, boom. I mean, and usually what I do is a lot of the card guys do auctions, because a lot of the card guys are guys that have been selling on eBay for 20 years. And anybody that's on eBay knows that it used to be 90% auctions. And so they still do auctions. So I buy on eBay, flip it, because I put buy it now, because kids now don't want to wait for an auction. So I don't think auctions do as good as they used to, because they don't want to wait. And having it buy it now, I love it. Anybody wants to join in? Does everybody list from their computer? Most people list from the computer. Another thing I always do is put auto and autograph in the title, because some people only type one or the other. That's something I used to do when I was actively buying every Mahomes card I could buy, when I knew it was going to be, and I was right. I would type his name in wrong, and you wouldn't believe how many listings come up. And so I was grabbing up stuff so cheap because they kept dropping it, going, I don't know why it's not selling. And it's funny when you type in things wrong, spell it wrong. I'm sure most of you have tried that before, done it yourself on accident or whatever. Both my boosts this last month did the best they've ever done. Pretty happy about that. It's nice to have a little of both. And anytime I want to just list more on eBay, I really got a ton of stuff there that I can just go grab that. I don't have to go to garage sale to replenish. It's kind of, I didn't know what I was doing until it happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times too, they think, well, it's going to be gone. Who knows how high it's going to go? But I like to buy auctions. When I was doing my homes, you see an auction ending at Tuesday at noon or 10 a.m. You're like, oh yeah, I'm setting an alarm for that because 75% of your competition's already gone every time. That's where I got some of my best. I got some great deals. It wasn't just because it was lower. I got great deals even then because I was just smart about it. Yeah, I don't cross post. I think that's what I'm gonna do next summer, but I'm just trying to get eBay big and nasty so I can just kind of get it going. I want to get so many things on there. So because I've gotten rid of so many video game consoles just so I have room for garage sale season coming up. Because I feel like there's a lot of people that didn't have garage sales all last year, and a lot of people been ordering extra stuff. I think garage sales are going to be crazy this year. So, what do you think about this? I'm going to send one of these to Commonwealth. Kevin. Military license plates. At least that's what they said they were. I don't know. Thought it was pretty cool. That's funny. I didn't change my name since Dave Matthews. Didn't even notice that. How much is List Perfectly? Is that $30 a month? Another thing I do, thank God for a community, I sell global shipping. And there's so many people that sell cards that don't do global shipping. So I kind of have a market to my own. So I sell a lot of cards overseas. Plus, I don't do everything global shipping. I do simple export too, and I don't think the people that do sell don't do simple export. So it's been kind of an advantage. Oh, I hear you. Thanks, Kelly. Good to know. What up, Harry? What's up, brother? I was just doing some listings. Look at the depth. This is why cards are worth more money now. Piece of the jersey, 3 colors. It's the bat from the front. Awesome autograph, numbered rookie card, thick thing. And that's why cards are worth more money now. I was just doing a list party here. If you want to come on, just jump on in. I have no problem stopping this. I actually enjoy listing though. I just see the number in my head going up. I love looking at that seller hub and looking at. I think last time I looked, it was like $13,500 I have in my eBay store. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry. Yeah, those are coming out of packs. Inception, that's a higher brand. They're all pretty thick. So, you know, Box is like $200. There'll be one card in a box like that. So you hope it's a good player, and then they're not always that good either. But yep, come out of a pack. That's why they do those breaks. I'll buy like all the Cardinals. That's how I got this one. I buy all the Cardinals because Cardinals are popular here in Missouri, so I can sell them my boots. And so I buy up all the Cardinals ones, sell the other ones, sell the big ones on eBay, and then lot up all the average cards in a big pack and sell them as just random Cardinals players. It works. I like OBX Eric has the listing and loafing, and I like joining him. I actually kind of now make a space for Tuesdays to list with him, and he didn't do it today. So I've got quite a few auctions up right now. Let's see. Another thing I like to do now is I leave offers on everything. No minimum. Allow all offers. Because most people, if they take the time to offer, they'll usually offer more. Be nice, and a lot of times I take it. It's amazing how many times I've done that. And they're kind of like, why did I take that? It's just like when you're nice to them and say, that's a great offer. I appreciate that. I'll give you an offer I haven't given anybody else. You wouldn't believe how many times that works. I don't know if you guys watch Kevin Commonwealth, but they're getting ready to go up on shipping again. It just went back down after the holidays, back to normal, and then now they're going to raise it again. But if I had to ship cards through FedEx or something and cost like $8 a time, it wouldn't even be worth it for anybody. I just sell all out of my booth. One listing. Oh. Another thing I like to do, if anybody in here has booths, I buy these packs of Pokemon. If you can find them at your Dollar Trees, they sell fast too here, but Family Dollar has them too. But you can buy them for $1, and I turn around and sell them for $2.50 a pack. But I lot them up $5 for two, and they sell pretty quick. Especially now that you can't find them hardly at Walmart anymore. Just a little tip in case you might be able to do it on eBay. I've never really tried. Phones are so awesome. Oh, right on it. That's cool. Look at this piece here. I don't know if you saw I bought this at Tim's sale one night. This Fenton hobnail. What they call that, handkerchief? Crimp. No marking. But it's cool. It's one of those I bought it to sell and put it as like a kind of a centerpiece in my booth, draw people in so they can see all the other stuff. I don't want to sell it now. Dang it. And it's from Tim. I mean, it's just so cool. You can see how intricate it was. Like, good Lord, hobnail. swirl on the inside. Anyway, thought you'd appreciate that. Yeah, I thought it was a nice piece. I can't remember what I paid. It was 24 or 26 for that. On his buy it now. And I got in right before like 3 or 4 other people. And I bought something else too. So the shipping wasn't too bad. You know, if you've ever ordered anything from Tim, it's the best shipping I've ever seen. He pads it so well, it's crazy. I keep all of his. I'll show you. I've almost used it all. It's this stuff. It's super. It's hard to bust. I mean, this stuff is awesome, and he makes a sandwich out of it. And I had to send a blender to California, and it weighed like, what was it, 15 pounds. And I had it in that, and it felt so secure. This stuff is awesome. He said he pays $50 a roll for it, but when you're dealing with glass all the time, it's probably worth it. I'm sure you go to Over the Years and go in his descriptions, and you can find it in his Amazon link. If you want to help a channel out. I love our community. I mean, it's called Ruffled. Okay, thanks. Yeah, handkerchief's more of a. Yeah, you're right. It's good to know. See, awesome information. I know how to describe it better. And that's what I've learned over time, even with eBay. Describe it, tell the story. When you tell a story right, they're buying the story, you know? That's why I use this label maker, and I can write a really good description for my booths. And this tape, 2 of these are 488, and I can make a lot of listings from this. And this is $18, I think, at Walmart. This is handy. See if I have any printed off. What it looks like. No. Yeah, it's pool noodles. Yeah, I've heard that quite a few times. I wonder if that would work. That would probably work really good for a painting. I've wondered how to ship a painting before. Put poop. If you put noodles on the like ends and just kind of fit them in there, if you cut it right, that way you wouldn't have to just pack it full of stuff. Well, how you doing? Wheeling and dealing with Wheelie 5. I kind of like that. Wheeling and dealing with Wheelie 5. I like that. It just flows. It's like musical. Being a musical guy. Yeah, Jen, it is pretty. Thanks, Jen, for joining. I appreciate it. I need some more coffee. It's going to be a long night of listing. I get in a roll. I can't stop. I was up till 2 in the morning the other night. I think I've got like 650 listings now. I only had like 350. I think at the beginning of the year, 350. But I stopped messing with the booth. I was concentrating on my booths in the malls for December because I was making so much money. I was running up and back and taking stuff and buying for it. Looks like they took his underwear, a piece of his underwear. Thanks for having me in the background. If I'm sure there's something better going on. If anybody wants to jump in, come on down. We can chit chat while we list. Another reason I like listing on my phone is because the predictive text. And a lot of the things I'm listing the same things, like Patrick Mahomes, Albert Pujols. So it knows what I'm going to say, so I can list faster than I can on my computer. And then I put it on the computer and then maneuver some of the stuff. I'm sure other people do that kind of thing too. I've got a bunch of postcards that are from like the 90s. I think I'm going to list them in just a big bulk and just listed the start at 99 cents and have the priority rate flat, medium flat rate price in the shipping and just see what it sells for. I got it for like 50 cents at a garage sale just to get it the heck out of here. I don't even know. I don't want to really list them individually. How's it going, Craig? Thanks for joining. I'm just listing some stuff and thought I'd give a platform for people to chit chat or talk in the comments together while I listed, get some shit done. Autograph Buffett record. No. Mm-mm. Was there a COA? Did you do an auction for it? Hey, how's it going, Philly Picker? I just listed this one. I thought you'd appreciate it. I love those 3-color patches. They just pop. They just make you want to buy it a little bit more, you know. It's a sticker on. It's not an on-card. It's a sticker. It's numbered to 200. It's Dakota Hudson. Another thing to know about cards, I think everybody should know. I guess I just kind of know intuitively from all the years. But it's a rookie card. It's nice. But pitchers, even if you're a good pitcher, they don't go for any money. It's like being a good running back. No one cares. And now, no one ever gets enough carries. No one will ever be Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. That's another little tip is some of those guys' stats probably never get broken because they just don't even do that anymore in football. So I buy up Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, stuff that Emmitt Smith autographs. But anyway, it's nice. It's good to see that you guys started up your card stuff. And for a long time, I wanted to do that mainly. I wanted to do that before I joined, but I realized no one was messing with cards, so I didn't want to go to it right away because I knew it would confuse people. So I learned everybody else's stuff and just incorporated my own with it. And then I'm glad I did it that way. So now I can go to garage sales because this was handy whenever the pandemic hit. I could still get breaks and they were getting sent to me. And so I was able to source from home, flipping from Facebook, my Facebook group of breaking to eBay. So e-commerce to e-commerce, that was nice. And so I could just accentuate that in the summer. So it's always nice to have a little bit of a divergent. I think everybody knows I should, and I don't do Amazon, so I should do that, but I haven't ventured there yet. I want to get eBay rolling good where I have most of my stuff listed, ready to go, and then maybe think about that. Until then, I'm not too worried. Hey, Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were Pittsburgh. I don't know. I read it. Sorry, Joe. I'm an idiot. Hey, Joe. Where you going with that gun in your hand? Do, 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 do. So what do you think about what are the Eagles going to do, Philly Picker? Are they going to try to get rid of Wentz? I don't think anybody's going to take him. Jalen Hurts is pretty good, but I don't know if you build around him. They can get a quarterback in the next draft. What do you do? And I think they're strapped with the salary cap. Framed. He got 300, I believe. Nice. Yep. I mean, that's what I learned with Kobe Bryant passing. And what happens to Michael Jordan cards once he retires? I don't care what anybody does from now on. Everybody's going to always still say Jordan's the best ever. So that's what I do. I buy Jordans up. I mean, he's not going to get worse. He's already the best. I mean, LeBron's great and all, but he's not the same. LeBron's just a different player completely. He's a power forward that plays point guard. Jordan was more of a shooting guard that could play power forward and point guard. I don't know. They're just different players. Where do you put that at? Let's go. Thanks for joining. Anybody that joined. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just listening. I won't eat for another couple hours, so I just list until I need to eat. That's when I stop. But honestly, I like I said earlier, I enjoy. If anybody wants to jump in, come on down. We can chit chat while we list. Tell me what you're listing. Let's see. How many listings do I have? $558 plus 120. Got 600 and almost 670 listings. That's definitely. I never had more than 350. And that was the beginning of January. I usually sell them real quick. Some of these may not sell, and I'll just have to keep lowering the prices, but I have them up. Most of them are pretty competitive prices. Pretty rare. Nice. Where'd you pick it up at? I've been to Goodwill a little bit. I just keep finding usable stuff. Dollar Goodwill. I've already sold one of these in my booth for $10. I know it'll sell. Animal stuff on coffee cups. Those seem to sell for me. And anything frickin' Disney. I think we all know that one. This one's 13 out of 50, and his jersey number's 12. If it had been number 12, it'd be worth more money. If anybody didn't know that, it's just a little tip on when you find the number. It's the same. People pay more money for it. Plus the on card auto. This is an on card auto too, so it's not a sticker. Hey, what's going on?
Pokemon, what's up?
Are you gonna open those?
Nah.
Yeah.
They're to tease my son. Maybe one day I'm bored. I'll open them. He got a good card out of those. He says you could have a Salazar in there, so whatever that thing is.
Charizard. What is Charizard?
Yeah, it's Charizard. So,
I've got one Charizard, but I don't think it's like the best. Does he ever buy these? The Pokemon three in a pack.
Not sure.
Dollar Tree. They'll have them at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, and so I'll get these for $2.12, and I'll list it for $4.95 in my booth, and they sell pretty regularly. And it brings people in too, Pokemon people, because they don't know you can get them there. A lot of Pokemon people.
Yeah, you should buy all that stuff out.
I buy it pretty quick. Yes.
I was wondering what the heck that was. The dog's got a toy back there.
But the only thing is they're old versions, so they're like from 2018 and 19, so they're not like the newest set. So that's the only thing that's not the best about it. Hey,
Yeah, that's old Lunatune.
Luna's great.
I don't know anything about him really. He sells the hell out of them, but
Yeah,
I don't. I know that we got those in 2020, so probably in November,
yeah.
October, something like that. They were at Costco on a pallet. They lasted probably 2 days.
Probably.
All gone. So.
It's crazy how Pokemon is now. Hey, thanks, Lobster.
It is a tough one. There's the Lobster.
He's always listening.
Yeah, I need to, man. I'm buying so much stuff. I got something else today. I got something yesterday.
Yeah.
There's just a ton of treasure out there. I just keep picking it up.
I've got so much coming in. Do you know anything? Do you know anything about these?
If they're old, they're good.
I think they're military. I think that's what they said. They're military. I don't know.
You'd have to check. You'd have to comp. I know the.
I guess the USA. Yeah.
Old tags and beach tags in my area, like if you have like Chicoteague or Assateague Island and Delaware and any beach tags, man, them things go for good money. But that's an East Coast thing. Yeah, I don't think you'd find them inland on Missouri and stuff like that where you're at.
Yeah.
If you found old Missouri tags, they might be something.
Kelly, or do you know anything about like silverware?
Is it sterling?
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Is sterling silver?
I'm pretty sure.
It'll say it. It'll have 999.
It says silver plated.
Nah, no. Then you got to go towards the names. Most silver plate is like, you might do better with plastic. I don't know.
Garage sale.
Yeah, garage sales. Look at the name and then look up the name of it. It might be a good name, but
yeah. This is one I got in an auction. Old military.
It's an Air Force.
Yep. How about it's cool? It's pretty good on the inside.
So you bought something off of Tim, huh?
Yeah, I bought 2 uranium glass, and I've bought a couple Fenton. I bought 1 Wedgwood from Hemlock Lady.
Yeah, I want to sell some of my stuff on hers one of these days. She asked me, when am I coming on there? Maybe I like to do like 10 of these open salts and start them she goes, I'll start them at 5 and then let them go.
Well, that's what I think. Those are the best auctions because who's watching? They're resellers. They don't really want to buy one thing at a time unless you're given a great deal like Tim does, like stupid, crazy pieces. So, yeah, I think it's smart to do like 3 or 4 of them and lot them up so they can keep one and sell the rest.
Well, I think he's doing it to get some more subs, too. I mean, he wants to grow his channel, and that's a way to get – he had like 90 people in there yesterday. I cracked a joke, made his mom laugh. So.
Ma Dukes is awesome. She knows her music, too. That'd be a great – have you and her talk about music? Oh, man. That'd be pretty awesome. Like, she's really knowledgeable.
With the old stuff, I'm not good with. If you ask me who Grand Funk Master Two Fingers is, I'm not going to know. Other than that,
I don't know Two Fingers either.
Well, he had 3, but
I bet he has chains.
They took one on him. No, I don't. I know the old stuff. 60s, 70s, some of the 80s. I'll kill you in trivia in the 70s and 60s, but
and so does she. She loves like the Allman Brothers, and
she
just knows good music from back then.
Yeah, that's the stuff I would know. I like throwing those top 10 things together, have a few beers, and just sit there and put in my world and see what other people think. But I've gotten good at a couple people in the last couple there and there. I want to see if any of them disagree with this. So it's fun.
Yeah,
Midwest Dave sending me some snacks to eat. So I'm
I
gonna
saw
try
that.
them. I gotta find out who sells those damn bugs because I'll eat crickets. They're not chocolate covered either. They're straight up this dry roasted crickets. That's no big deal.
Because what's he sending you, cuttlefish or something?
He's got some fish skin or something like
Yeah, fish skin and cuttlefish. That's what.
now sweet potatoes. Or hot
Uh,
stuff. Nah, I don't want to mess with hot stuff. Not at all. I wish I could.
Dave's wife is cute. She seems really nice.
Yes.
She seems fun.
Yeah, they look like they have a lot of fun. So look, there's Noel, and
That's a good idea. Look at that. Look at that, Harry.
I don't know who that is. Advertises somewhere. There you go. See, these guys
Put jewelry in the title.
Some of the names are different. You know, it might be somebody special, and it costs a lot of money. But I know a lot of when I go to yard sales, I don't bother even looking at silver plate anymore. The platters and nobody buys it. I've had it out several times. Nobody wants that stuff.
Right.
That's like those baskets. The baskets made in Ohio. What are those called? God, Longenberger baskets. They're just. Yeah. I can get them $5 every weekend. I don't even want them.
Yeah, there's a few of those things that I thought. That's why I'm glad I grabbed your channel early because I would have made a lot of mistakes. I remember one of the first things I bought. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do great with this." It was those food processors, those metal ones where
you screwed to the workbench.
Yeah,
use them for grinding up deer meat and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, I've never seen one of those. And so I bought like 3 at a garage sale for $5 a piece. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do great. Well, you go to an antique mall and they're everywhere. You'll see 50 of them, and they're all for like $9.
Yeah, I think that was a '70s thing.
Yeah,
that and maybe even the '80s, like those cast iron things, like they're kind of like they'll have corn in them. Where I don't know if you don't like batter in them or something. You made maybe a corn looking cupcake,
cornbread.
I've seen a lot of their molds. I guess.
Yeah.
I see that stuff. I don't even look at it anymore. The old irons, some are good. Everything's got its good and bad, but over the majority of it, it's not a big thing anymore.
Yeah. It's kind of like how milk glass. How's milk glass go from like popular to nothing? Jesus,
I have a whole thing of milk glass, and it's my mom's or it'd be in a trash can. Jim Beam bottles was one of the first. I had them when I was a kid. I've got still a few left, but they're just not. If they're full, you can sell them, but you can't. I sell them to private collectors, but when they're empty, then the most of them aren't worth a buck. I see them for $1. And just don't bother grabbing them.
But you can sell vintage underwear you find at a garage sale.
Yeah, I know. Well,
it's just like
there's people that dress up mannequins at home. You know, Dave Midwest.
I'm starting to wonder what they're used for.
Nah, I have.
Why people need to buy used or 1980s diapers still in a bag? It's fascinating.
Well, they'll probably use them. Maybe it's that. Underwear used to fit some Joe Schmo, and he says, Jesus, if I ever see him again, I'll pay through the nose. And here they pop up on eBay. He said, there they are, Fruit of the Loom, red, white, blues. I want them. I don't care. Pay $20. So
I'm trying to figure out why plush goes so quick and so fast.
Cajun, what is Chris, right? The redhead Cajun. He sells the hell out of plush.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. If it's Disney original and it's clean, if it's Tigger, buy it. Tigger sold so fast in my booth.
I sold Alf,
Yeah,
and I sold the Snuggles Bear, and they
yeah.
do have Alf pick.
Alf
But
sells.
some of the other stuff, I threw it in the trash. So
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I've put up all kinds of things in my booth, and the only thing that hasn't sold was a SpongeBob. I'm surprised it hasn't sold. It's kind of cool.
there's Patrick right there.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of wanted to keep it anyway. I'm like, well, I might just keep it because I can't sell it. Because it's just so funny because it's like little bitty feet are hanging off. Like if you sit on the couch, you just had these little feet hanging down, his little arms hanging down like this. Hey, thanks, Kelly. I appreciate it. Karate class. I can't wait to get back to running. I hate the winter because I can't exercise. I don't like getting out there in the cold with getting my lungs cold. I just don't. When I was a kid, I'd always get sick when I did that.
We're not having a winter here. It's been 50, 45. Next week it's supposed to start getting in the high 30s and the teens at night. I want a few weeks. I want these stink bugs dead. Now these lantern flies are hitting our area, and
no kidding.
oh my God! Pennsylvania was packed with them. They've showed up in Delaware. Next year they will be in the May. They'll fill the trees. There'll be so many of them. It's weird, man. And they came.
It's gotten cold here. It's got down to the teens, 15, I think, one time. So it's killed all the bugs for sure.
These things are vicious. They'll be down your way. They'll sweep the country, guaranteed.
It's like those Japanese beetles like a decade ago. It was so bad.
They came in the late 60s or something like that. The Japanese beetles did.
Yeah.
They eat your grass.
Yeah. So I remember it got so bad about a decade ago, the Japanese beetles, that I went to the driving range once to hit balls, and they were just flying everywhere. But I went to go clean my cover head, and they had like a towel, and they were just covered like bees. This whole towel was completely covered with them. Like, good Lord. I mean, it was so bad here. I don't know why. It hasn't been that bad in the last 5 or 6 years, but
people would put those bags that they would go in all over their lawns. But then you had a million of them in these bags. So that's just
we did that one time, and we knew right away we made a mistake.
Yeah, it attracts them.
Yeah, it just brings everybody else's to your yard. You did your neighbors a big favor, and now they're decomposing in your backyard.
Yeah.
Good job,
They don't eat. I have one tree back there that they never messed with, and that was a Bradford pear. They didn't eat those leaves, but they loved like those plum trees. They were 20 a leaf, so they're in June. You had no leaves left. They just devoured it, man. They tore them up. So, well.
Yeah, they used to eat the rose bushes here. They would just completely kill rose bushes.
Yeah, they get on those too.
Because the rose, no leaves, they can't get any sunlight to make photosynthesis. They die. They kill all the rose bushes around here.
What are you selling good lately? Cards?
Video games. Video games been selling fast. I had a bunch of N64 games, and they're flying off the shelf. PSP games, I got a lot of 20 of them from Westside Gary like 3 weeks ago, and I've made so much money on that lot.
Really?
Yeah. Really good deal.
Do you ever buy off of Brian?
Yeah, actually, you'd appreciate this. Where'd I put them? Sorry. I was going to do an unboxing on the video. Might as well do it here. But I bought this huge box. I mean, the thing probably shipped. It probably cost him more than what I paid.
Oh yeah, his shipping's always free, isn't it?
Yeah, he got screwed on this one. That's why I mean honestly, I wait for a good deal, kind of chit chat with everybody. The one I opened one to look at, and it was awesome. I bought a lot of ashtrays.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
So
got
how
all the
many?
major mark places, and it's got the crimped, So
Man, I'm interested to see what you get for those because I went out and grabbed somebody's box for free one time. There's like 40 of them in there, and I put a few on eBay, and they didn't budge.
well, I know that Kevin Commonwealth Picker does it, so I knew that I'd at least be able to put some of these in my booth.
Yeah,
And I know some of them, so I'll get my $30. I paid $30 for this whole thing shipped to me. But I remember this was like everybody had this one.
yeah, that's the old smoker special there.
Yep, that's for the old cigars too, and that's for playing cards. But I don't even remember what I got now. But I remember there's a couple that were pretty specialized.
Yeah, I think the advertisements were.
Wow, I should put this on eBay right now. Look at this.
Don't drop it.
U.S. Capitol.
Playing cards?
U.S. Capitol, Washington. Playing cards.
Yeah. Seen it yet?
And it's got the removable, and it's carved wood.
Is that wood?
Yeah, it's carved wood.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that one right there will probably sell on eBay for decent money. Yeah, Brian's got some good stuff. And what's great about him is he actually knows what he's selling. So he describes it for you and you don't have to go look it up and stuff. This is like some kind of crackle glass, whatever you call it. It looks better here, but it's probably not much of anything. It says handmade.
Yeah, that advertising stuff is good stuff. So what you get? 2 boxes of it or one?
Just one big box. It had to cost him $30 shipping this to me. He shipped at UPS. These are just small ones. This one says Pennsylvania Threshmen and Farmers, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Mutual Insurance. That might be worth something. Might catch somebody's eye.
You can lot them up if they don't sell. At least you could. One
Lot
way
of
or
what?
another, you can get rid of them. Saying you can lot them up. The
Yep.
planes. That
And
looks
this
like
is
British.
Yeah, it's some British. No idea.
They riding those white horses. What are they on there?
Yeah, they're on some white horses.
That's like that.
It's got me a lot of good shipping supplies. And this is just a Florida, typical 80s. I had to get something when I went to Florida deal.
The ashtrays or shot glasses.
Yeah, no kidding. I always got magnets because they were cheaper. You could put them on your refrigerator. And just some random.
I did that magnet thing for a little bit, and then now it's stickers to stick on your window.
Yeah.
With a couple initial. They gotta get real close so they'll rear end you to hit the read damn stickers. So.
Yeah, true that.
Clean whiplash.
This thing weighs like 7 pounds. Good Lord.
Let it crystal.
There was one I do remember.
Anthony unloading his brand new ashtrays.
Stopped smoking years ago, and I'm buying ashtrays.
Yeah. Got more now than you did when you were smoking.
Yeah, I think this is the one I remember. Huh. Wow. Jerome population. Now it says Ghost City. It's got a rock on the side here. Jerome, Arizona. Interesting. I don't know if it's worth anything. I doubt it.
So we'll start that off at $9.99. We see $9.99 in the chat.
Do I hear? That's it. I like just testing out different things, and I knew that it was. I could at least get some of my money back in my booth. I won't have to. I won't have to put them on eBay.
You have 2 booths, right?
You have 2 big open booths, and then I have one huge glass case that has 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves, and then I have 3 small glass cases that are kind of close to each other. Like one I have. Hey, how's it going, Kevin?
There's
hey, Glenn.
Commonwealth picker right there. He's
hey, talking about ashtrays. Here comes Kevin. But yeah, and then I have 3 small ones, and I have like Pokemon in one with Magic cards, and then I have Mahomes cards, and then I have like Royals and Cardinals. So I kind of keep it separate a little bit, and it works. I probably need to get another booth or 2, or I'm trying to get to where I'm going to have like a kind of like Kevin. Honestly, it was having like a vintage media where you just have CDs. Old 45s, 78s, records, just anything old vintage media, even like projectors and stuff.
That stuff's starting to head up and priced at 40, and albums are getting, I mean, they're going whoop, 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 fast. And I dumped so many.
There's a lot of albums that are in booths and on all those antique malls, and they go fast. I watch, and they're new ones all the time. They're flipping them quick.
Wow. What was I going to say? You know, if you go out, do you find much Kansas City A's stuff? You know, they were there a couple of years before they went. They left Philly and came to Kansas City, and then they went out to Oakland.
Yep. No, I don't. I actually, funny you said that, because I bought a hat that was, what's his name? Vita Blue.
Yeah.
He was a pitcher back in the day for the A's, and I sold it in my booth for $30. I bought it for 15 off the storage auction pirate. And I wondered at the time if it was because back then it was about the same time that he was here. And I think he was one of the guys that was a Kansas City A's guy. You know what I mean? And then when they moved, he stayed with them.
Yeah, he was on their World Series teams when they won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
He was one of the pitchers. Reggie Jackson was on that team. I forget. Raleigh Fingers might have been on that team.
Yep. Kevin probably knows better than I do. The Vita Blue was cool, and it had like this the tag was still on the hat, but no COA or anything. So $30. I knew someone would get it, and it sold pretty quick. It sold within a week or 2 weeks. Wow. 2 legends in here. Shoot. You met Vita Blue? Oh, that's cool. Okay. He's a good guy. I've seen some interviews with him. He was a great pitcher.
I don't think he made the Hall of Fame, though, or did he?
I don't think he did. He had some comparable numbers, but I don't think he had the longevity.
That's like Dave Stewart. He just showed up on all these World Series teams, but I think he had like a 4-year run, but he didn't have that because he was in Philadelphia. He was a relief pitcher, and then he went some couple play. All of a sudden, he become a great starter at Oakland, and he went up to Toronto and then won there too. So he was doing something right.
Hall of Fame is like a separate thing from MLB, and it's a bunch of hoopla that's. They're based only on numbers, and there's some great players that only played 10 years that are excluded that shouldn't be. I mean, Eric Davis, anybody that's ever seen that guy play, he deserves to be a Hall of Famer.
That team had a lot of good players, but they're not just like the Phillies teams, Ryan Howard and the guy that just Chase Utley. Those guys will not make the Hall of Fame. They're just
they just didn't have the long. It's hard to be good for 15 years.
I watched Schmidt. He was my favorite player of all time. So you knew that guy. I mean, every year, every stinking year.
Every year.
Led the league in home runs, there in RBIs, every stinking year. And
Schmidt's underrated.
That's because he played at the time.
Because like you said, he had a great glove too.
Yeah, he's Gold Glove every year.
It's only not because he batted like 280 or something, but who cares? We're getting RBIs like that.
Yeah,
who cares?
Yeah, he got small in the playoffs a couple times too, because they was always in the playoffs when I was a kid.
Well, it's easy.
One.
If you have a bunch of good pitchers, it's easy to go around your only good player. I don't remember the teams back then, but I got a Mike Schmidt autograph on a baseball. It's got Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, and Mike Schmidt. And is there one more?
They're all
Ernie Banks. They're all over 500.
Yeah. There was a poster at one time that had the 500 club, and a guy I knew, he had every one of them signed. He got Ted Williams before he died.
Wow.
He had Ernie Banks, Willie Mays, Schmidt. It went, and it's cool looking. It's got like 20 guys on it, and he went to all the different things and unrolled it, and they would sign it.
That's
Sometimes
awesome.
He had to pay. Most of the times he had to pay. So they were all on there. Willie McCovey, God, that one dude that played for Washington Senators and ended up in Detroit. I forget what the hell his name was, but Herman Killebrew. He didn't play he played for Washington Senators and then somebody else, but it wasn't Detroit. But Minnesota Twins. Yeah. So that's who it was.
Yeah, that's what I do. I buy up Hall of Fame guys because, they're just going to pass away and stop signing.
Yeah, once they're gone, it's over. Unless you get the backroom guy.
And I have Stan Musial's autograph. I mean, I have a lot of Hall of Famers autographs just because that's who I like. The guys that's already proved it.
Well, St. Louis for the National League, I think they still have the most World Series wins.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of great teams.
Yeah.
Philadelphia's got like 6 guys in the Hall of Fame. That's it. And they've been around since Ben Franklin. I mean,
that's true.
They've got 130 years. They're one of the first teams.
Them and the Reds, right?
They were stunk so bad for years.
Yeah.
So,
hey, how's it going, Antiques and Profits?
That's my man right there.
Yeah. I've got their show. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like Scott.
Other stuff.
He's an antique guy like me, so that's why I love watching him.
Oh yeah, the old fair ribbons. Yeah, that's funny. Makes sense.
Yeah, Noah always comes up with cool stuff. I'd like to have time to see her shows. I wish she'd do something later. She's in the daytime, and I'm working, but she always has some cool stuff. She's got pretty good knowledge too. The more I watch her, the more I like her stuff. Well,
I think what most people figure out about eBay after doing it a little bit, you're like, oh, people are buying memories. So whatever you have is memorable. Someone else probably has that memory out there that's wanting to hold on to it. They lost that memory, something happened, or they're trying to remember, like get that feeling again. And I'm not surprised that old fair, that makes sense, Like your kid got it, you maybe lost your scrapbook of your kids.
And buying these big things like pedal cars.
That thing is awesome.
One right now.
I just wish you could have got in it and rode it.
This guy over to work is playing it every day because I put it on Instagram at the end, and he's laughing. He's he thinks that I didn't stage. He says, "That's real," and your wife's telling you better not get in that car. She don't care. She wouldn't care if I went down the driveway and flipped. She said, "Can I give you more views? Cool, do it again." Missed that. Let's do it again. But I'm looking at one now. There's another one for $50. And I'm thinking, man, if I'm going to run out of room, or my wife's going to karate chop me, I keep bringing this big stuff in the house. So I bought something again today that's got size. I want to sell them. It's just I got to find a box for that. I'm eyeing up these car seat boxes that keep coming in the hospital. So the next empty one I see, I think I can fit that in there.
Nice.
I'll bubble wrap the crap out. Hopefully no big postman goes in the back room. They start wrestling. and one of them falls on my box and smashes my car. So
Yeah, once you get shipping figured out, that makes eBay so much easier to deal with. You know, you don't feel like you have to.
I've seen people paying $60 to shipping and plus $300 for those. So ching ching, I'll take it.
Well, yeah, when people are buying stuff like this, they want it bad. They'll pay more money for
That's an
shipping.
envelope almost though.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like I remember when I was selling those Mahomes cards, I was charging 30 or 45 for shipping because they knew that I was putting $30 of insurance on it.
Oh yeah.
So they know like people aren't too worried about it, you know. And so if you're selling something like that, that's a collector's piece, Coca-Cola, it's like mint. I don't think anybody has a problem paying $65. They
Yeah,
know.
that's not old. That's new stock. I don't know if they ever made a real Coca-Cola. That's probably 7 years old, but still.
Oh, I didn't know it was new.
So it's still there. All the ones I look at, they sell pretty good. So
Well, Harry does so good on Facebook Marketplace. He doesn't really need to right now.
I'd love to have an antique booth because I just would.
It's fun.
$135 for a closet. I mean, this thing is 2 inches wide.
Yeah.
It's just what am I going to put in there? And most of the people in this one that we have in my town are crafts. It's like stuff. Some people will just put 3 pocketbooks in there and their card.
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing. You're going over there and saying, "Oh, Lady Mama's custom leather pocketbooks. I want one." So they call.
Yep.
So you're paying for an advertising board.
You're basically paying for a storage space that people can buy out of.
How much are yours?
Say what? How much are they? The one in the antique mall is 75.
See, I would do 75
for what would be 14 foot?
That's for you.
14 foot, 5 foot deep.
Yeah, that's almost as big as where I'm at right now in my
flea market booth is actually more money. It's $90 and it's smaller, but I get more traffic there, and I could sell anything.
What is that in? Is that in an old like an old building? What is it in?
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, and I guess it'd probably be like an old like lumber, or it's probably like an old Ace Hardware, or like it's probably an old hardware store is what I'm guessing that they've expanded to. But it gets, because Amish and Mennonite people come through there and buy stuff all the time, so I know what they want, and that stuff goes so fast. Any like cast iron, anything made in USA, any tools or kitchen stuff, gone. So it's kind of nice that, you know, right there, Amish and Mennonite people aren't going to go on Facebook looking for that. So it is kind of nice. But like I was just saying, it's cheaper than I couldn't pay $135, and because there's some months you're just not getting a lot of people in. Whenever garage sales are really flying, people aren't going to the flea market booths and antique malls because they're resellers looking for a place to source a lot of the times. And that's what I figured out.
Deal sounds good because they don't have cell phones, I don't think, unless they're fake Amish. You might have them in Missouri. They're not like that around here. No. I have a lot around me, but I don't know if they go to. They have their little Amish market. They call it a Dutch market that they run for 2 days a week in my town. They have their baked goods and all that, the cut meats and all that stuff. So
I was babysitted by Mennonites as a kid, and I loved it. It was an awesome experience. They
drive, right?
Awesome people. The guys do. They just had to drive. They drove like black trucks. They just had to be all black. I don't know.
So they can have a truck, but it's got to be a black one.
Yeah,
right.
It had to be like. But the guys did whatever they were not. The girls were very true to being a Mennonite. I don't think the guys were so much, you know. But whatever.
I would have said, look, I'm telling
It was just this group too. Who knows? It's not like it's speaking for all Mennonites or anything. But
what the names here are like Zeke and Isaac and stuff like that. I don't. But what's the women's names? That'd be a top 10 Amish names.
Here's something funny. There's a couple guys that were Amish, and they lived about 45 minutes from Springfield. When I was a bartender, they would come up at like 10 o'clock on a Friday or Thursday night. And they would go out to the bars and drinking, and they would get a, I don't know what they call it. It was a real pretty girl that was young, and they would just hang out with her. I don't think they did anything. It was just like they hung out with them. They were like, they escorted them around to the bars. It was.
I got all kinds of things going through the head here. I didn't even think they'd go.
They lived 45 minutes away, so they didn't see anybody they knew. You know what I mean? No one knew they were there, and they can get away with it because, like you're saying, the community didn't have cell phones, or so they were never around either. And these guys both had they were co-owners of a butcher shop. Not a butcher shop, but a food processing place, meat processing. And so they had plenty of money. So that's why they come up here and blow it on the weekends. And they were nice. They were really nice guys, just wanting to enjoy life a little bit.
That's cool. Well, whatever. I mean,
yeah.
Around here, on Sundays, you don't see them. Unless you're on the couple of roads in Pennsylvania, then they're all out in their carriages. So I think they leave church, and that's when they're all out on their carriages. And they have bikes, but there's no pedals. It's like a funky looking bike. I never seen anything like it. So
it's interesting. Yeah, like I said, I remember I went to. It would have been 1982. I was babysit by him, 81. And that's when cartoons were like, there was a lot of cartoons. So they were real popular. Woody Woodpecker and, Looney Tunes, all the normal ones. And when I went to their house, I'm like, so where's your TV? I want to watch cartoons. They're like, oh, hon, we don't have TV. We read. I'm like, what? Because I'm 6 years old.
We work.
Yeah. And she goes, we play games. So they played Skip-Bo and stuff like that. So I got good at playing Uno and Skip-Bo and playing with them. But the girl that babysitted me, she was sweet. She was awesome. I was lucky.
Did she stay with the flock, or did she escape?
No.
She stayed.
She's saintly, honestly. Like, she's the kind of person that wouldn't react to anything because she was like a monk, because she was just, I don't know. She was awesome. She still gives to this day, 39 years later, she still sends a Christmas card to my parents every year. She's that sweet.
That's nice. I like going out there and watching them work, because all of them have a lot of jackasses. So they're pulling a wagon. These guys got some funky equipment. And one of my videos at the beginning, you see a wagon go by and they have some kind of motor running on it, but it's not. The horses are pulling that wagon. I don't know what that motor did on there. It was some kind of corn husker thing or something. It's funky looking. You'll see it, the beginning of it. They go right by. I try to get them every time I go out in the countryside. I try to catch them working.
I saw one time you had.
I got to pull over. Well, I have them as at the beginning going through buggies too on Instagram. Yeah. But I want to pull over and watch them, especially when it's coming harvest time. They're all out in the fields. There's a whole slew of them out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I had nothing but good experiences, except for the how's it going? Except for the butchering the chickens. When I came home, I was 6 years old. I came home, I told my mom, I go, we butchered the chickens today. She goes, you did what? I go, yeah, we butchered the chickens. And she's like, you're not doing that anymore. Don't do that anymore. She's like, did they make you do part of it? I'm like, oh yeah, I had to pull the guts out. And she's like, oh no, no.
That's
We'll have a
teaching his survival skills. That's part of old time. That's old time. Everybody used to have chicken houses in their backyard.
Well, they don't think about how old you are. You can do work. You do work.
You're
All the
right.
other kids, there were kids younger than me doing it. So it was like, whatever. My mom's like, you're 6 years old. What are they having you do?
Who's the flipping accountant? I don't know if I know him.
He's been on Harry Tornado's channel quite a bit. He's got a lot
Okay.
of good information. He flips stuff and he knows how to do books. He's pretty good with
He's got both ends going there.
descriptive on the
And all that. I'm sorry, I just don't. I've seen him a couple times, but I really don't know him.
Yeah, and this is something I've heard a lot of the other people say, that the more you do YouTube, the less you can consume, and that's kind of how I am now. It's hard to got so much going on. It's hard for me to actually get in chats and stuff very often unless I'm doing nothing. It's kind of nice for background when I'm listening and stuff, but otherwise I don't get in chats as much as I used to.
I try to do it Friday or Saturday for a couple hours, and now the Lobster and Just in Time are on Friday nights. So
Yeah.
if I'll come in either before them or I'll jump on Saturday, still pretty wide open for me. I don't know that any of the big guys are on, but I don't really.
I used to do Saturday afternoons.
Yeah,
quite a while.
When we did the Saturday, I'd come home from yard sale and jump on with you.
Yep. I need to get back to that, but I've been just this and that things happening.
Sunday morning, I like Sunday mornings. I catch people waking up. I get people coming in and stuff, and it's. I
like those too. It's easy to jump in because I'm up early on Sunday every day, but Sunday especially.
Yeah, I like making the videos the most. What the stuff I find, because I do pretty good. There's something right now that I got my eye on that is so cool. If I get it, if I don't get it, I'll tell you what it is in a couple of weeks. But I'm trying to stay calm, and I almost had it yesterday. But he said he wanted to find the cords that went into it. I said okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, he says then we'll do it another night. So I'm holding off because this dude's got a warehouse full of stuff, and I want to see what's in there. So I'm trying to stay calm.
Here's a good app for you, Harry. You may not have caught this. Dom, the auction professor. No,
I know you're talking about Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic. That's
Yeah.
who I meant. He told me about an app, and it is the app called where is it? Freebie alerts.
Freebie alerts? Really?
So anytime anybody puts free on Craigslist, it'll send you an alert.
I'm going to have to look into that after the show.
Because I've already got some alerts that were pretty good. Like, free, we're moving. Can you just take it? Some of that stuff would have sold my booths. If I needed inventory, I probably would have went today. But I've gotten quite a few. So just so you know, it's like something, you can play with.
Freebie alerts.
Freebie alerts.
Free's good. One of my best picks. I was looking, and a dude had a bunch of China, and at the time I was running around grabbing China. It was like 2 years ago. So I texted him it was Craigslist, and he says, yeah, sure, come on over. So I go over there, and it was junk. So I'm talking to him about horror movies because he had one playing in the next room. I said, I had to go to the bathroom. So I used it. I seen a glass insulator. So I said, how much you want for that? He says, you can have it. He says, here, I have a bunch of stuff in like a garage shed thing. You can go in there and you can have anything you want. There's tools and everything. So I go in there and I got that oils and oil can out there and some other cool. And that was an original one. That's old. So I'm going nuts. And then he come back in. He says, look, I had 2 buildings. Nobody went in. He gave me the keys. I opened the garage. I got all these boxes of gun shells, old time gun shells. I got old bottles. I got glass insulators. I got 2 carloads of stuff, all free. He said, you don't want nothing. He says, look, I just want it out of here. He wanted to sell some furniture, but I don't want furniture. I want he felt that was all junk, and I was happy to take it off his hands.
Right, and I think that's what you learn from a lot of the best eBayers. I mean, look at like Lonnie, John. Kevin doesn't get them because he just doesn't have a lot of people around him, but they get these private picks because people know what they want. And there's a lot of people that just don't want to mess with eBay, but they know good deals. And they just kind of want to be the middle. They want to go treasure hunting, but they don't want to do the other work, which we all know we got our processes down if we do eBay a lot. And it's like, that's not a problem as long as it's not dirty. And that's just leverage whenever they want to sell it. Be like, I'm going to have to clean it. So, So I think once you get pretty good at it and you get good at just being nice to people, like you were just saying, you get a connection with someone that's going to come back to you whenever they need money. Like, hey, that dude buys up this kind of stuff. Hey, I'll give him a shout. I think moving forward, that's how it's going to be.
I constantly ask them this, that, and I've gotten a couple that where I've gone into, and that one with the Amish thing. The girl I bought all the insulators off of were top notch. I mean, top notch insulators. And then she says, my dad has more of this stuff. And then he gave me a couple weeks later there. I got that cut and block from him. I got antiques. I got old bottles, all the stuff I like. I mean, it was bang, bang. I got a couple wooden decoys, a lot of cool stuff.
Hey, Adam. How's it going, brother?
Adam. My man, Adam.
West Side just hit 1,000 subscribers.
Did he?
Yep. And he had plenty of hours from all.
Yeah, but it won't take long for him to just keep on going now.
Well, he's got good auctions.
Yeah.
You give people what they want. You over deliver.
Personality too, though. That all works.
Well, it's like anything in life. If you over deliver, people come back. That's how you get regulars. That's how I got regulars as a bartender. You always give them more than they got from anybody else. They come back.
Yeah, there's over 100 in his auctions. There's a couple of them I can't understand, and there's probably over 200-300 people in there, and they're selling knickknacks for antique store prices, and it's a woman if you ever seen her, and people are paying good money for this stuff. And down the road, I think Brian and West Side are going to have 200 and 300 people in there too. It's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah, I mean they're both getting about 100, 120. Brian's getting about 150 sometimes now.
Sometimes There's last one. I thought he had a lot too. A lot of those you see. Some of them will have them, and there's 10 people in there, and they'll put up something and won't sell it, and they'll put up something and nobody wants it. Here's a good deal. I'm telling you. Look at this. This is a Batmobile, and I'm giving it to you for $19, and you're not going to sell it, dude. You got 10 people in here.
I know. There's the auctions that never do good. It's always the same thing. They're trying to sell one thing. You don't have enough eyes on your videos to sell one thing at a time. You have to sell reseller lots because that's who your audience is. If your audience is resellers, you got to sell to them. I mean, it's pretty simple. You're not going to do good without. I don't know. Yeah, Gary's always got to. And who's Tom's Cruise, man? that vinyl he gets is so clean and so good. It's just amazing.
That's why they do that. He's
his even CDs. He sent me some CDs once, and they were fantastic. I actually sent him. You'll like this. I bought some stuff from Tom Cruise this weekend from Gary, from Westside Gary's auction, and it wasn't vinyl. But I go, hey, if I send you like a couple hundred extra bucks, will you send me like just a killer lot of vinyl? And he goes, send me 250 and it'll be crazy. So I sent him 300. I go, make it really crazy.
Really?
And so he's gonna send me a mystery box full of vinyl, and I'm gonna do like an unboxing and then try to sell what I don't want to keep. It's gonna be a lot of blues and jazz and like stuff that I like. I told him a kind of a list of what I like.
I thought if Adam's still in here, I thought he was the one that said jazz does good, like Miles Davis and all that stuff.
Especially in 78s. So if you're going to have 78s and you find some jazz, that's about the only one's worth much in 78s, is what he said.
Oh, they're thickies, aren't they? The 78s are thick, aren't they?
They're terrible. They weigh so much. They break. They're brittle. They're just terrible. I have 2,000 of them sitting over here. I need to set up a box and just say $5 in my booth. I bet they.
To dump them. I had all that stuff too, and used to say, but a lot of it was Tommy Dorsey and the big bands.
Yeah, I have some Nat King Cole and stuff like that. I'm gonna keep, but otherwise, I'm gonna get rid of it all. Yeah, it's like a Record Crate. Adam, I get big boxes full of DVDs, and that turns out well. I've got a stack of them over here, about 10 of them that are kind of obscure that I'm going to look up on eBay because they might be worth something on eBay because there wasn't a lot of them and they're kind of popular. Stuff I didn't even know they made. So, and then I put a bunch of them on my booth for. I usually list them for $2 and I'm buying them for 50 cents or less most of the time. So it kind of keeps people moving. I sell a DVD pretty much every day in my booth.
Oh, like movies? How much do you do? What do you do on a DVD? $5-10 or more?
I $2.95 the most.
$2.95.
Most time $1.95.
We went.
But it pays the rent. You know, I'm putting 50 cents in, and it draws people in because I sell one a day. So people going in there, and I see when I go in there, it's kids. Kids are buying big stack of DVDs.
Really? What are they doing with it?
I think it's nostalgia to them because they're sick of Netflix and like Netflix. A lot of those places they get rid of some of those things. Like I had friends.
Uh-oh. You just froze. I put the freeze on Anthony. I don't know if he can go out and come back in. Or maybe it's me.
Is it me? No, it was me, I think.
You're back on.
No, I'm back on.
We went in a house one time that the one where I got a bunch of those action figures from. He had giant boxes, just thousands of DVDs in there. I didn't have the room to put them on my car in my truck.
Yep.
A guy like you could have went in there with a couple $100 and you would have had thousands of them. I mean, this dude, I don't know what he was doing with them all.
Because like some of them I sell for $5 to $10, like a series or whatever. I still never pay more than $1 if I go to a garage sale unless it's like a sealed series. But you know, that's why I said like it's easy to find media, and so that's kind of why I want to have a store with just dealing with media, a booth with just media, because I find a lot of garage sales, I find it at Goodwill, and it sells fast. So I might as well specialize in that one way and then sell the rest on eBay and have an antique booth because I like antiques. So I'm just going to have antique booths.
I just antiques, collectibles, antiques. I got them all around now. That's the stuff I'm after.
Yeah, Tim's got me into this glass now. Makes me mad.
It's that stuff. He sells it, but I can't. I struggle with it. And I've had a few of them break, the ones I did, and that pisses you off because you think I wrapped the living dog crap out of these things. The boxes were huge for these little pieces of glasses now. So yeah, it breaks easy, and the post office knows how to do it in my area. So
yeah, I've gotten better at that, but yeah, it's kind of a pain, and the reason I'm buying the glasses just to put it in my booths, just because it kind of draws people in.
I would do that. There's whoosh Tom Cruise right there.
Oh, hey, Tom Cruise. Just giving you praise. You heard me talking about you. Record Crate ready to send a U-Haul. Yeah, he has so many DVDs. He bought a store out one time. He's got so many DVDs. That's why, you know, if you got an antique or flea market booth like I do, give Record Crate a holler. He'll send you a box full of DVDs for a good price.
Who's that? Record Crate or?
Yeah.
Adam's got a couple stores. That's his thing. I mean, I
need to start. Actually, next month, Adam, if you want to do a 45 sale, I have tons of duplicates of 45s, a lot of them with the original sleeve even. So we can do that, talk about that if you want to do that. I'd love to have a jukebox one day to be able to put all those 45s in. That'd be awesome.
They're affordable now. I see them. There's the one guy. I'll give you this much. He's got a couple of those, but I'm not bringing. They don't work, the ones he has, but I see them that 500 to about 1,500, which used to be $3,000. I mean,
right. I'm just hoping I find one at a garage sale one day, because that'd be so awesome.
I've seen them in people's garages when I was at garage sales a couple times. I've always asked. So somebody says somebody sooner or later is just going to say, "We're getting divorced. It was my husband's. Take it for $100. I'll have a pickup there. I'm taking it." So
that's a good point. I've been to a lot of garage sales where there's stuff that was on the wall. I'm like, "Is that for sale?" They're like, "Oh no."
Cool. I went into one. This was the best one. The dude had his old car in there. He had a gas pump. He had everything, and there was brand new old stock because his grandfather had some kind of old garage in Pennsylvania, and he brought it all down. He had all that advertisements, the belt things for the belts and stuff. I tried to get. He had the oil can stands with the oil cans. I said, "How about one oil can?" Nah, I can't. No, I can't. What do you mean? You have 20 up there.
Especially when you contemplated it. You left you hanging. No.
I'm telling you, he had like a 60s. I forget. It was a muscle car though, but those everything he had was pristine. It was all top notch, man. From the gas pumps to the signs, the coolers. I think he even had one of those air machines in there to blow up the tires. I'm going, man, this is beautiful.
It's like another thing. Like, who's Tom Cruise probably knows. People are buying up those 8-tracks now because people are making. They want the vintage muscle car. So when the vintage muscle car was made, if it had the 8-track in the factory system, they want that 8-track in there, and so they're buying up 8-tracks now because they really are trying to be completely vintage. It's not like a huge popularity, but there's people that still buy them.
Yeah, they want a couple like the Bad Company or
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon,
all that stuff.
Always so.
From the 70s, it's going to Kiss Alive, One stuff.
And people like the stickers on the front, so a lot of people are buying them just for the art. So if you see like a Pink Floyd with the good sticker on it for a quarter or 50 cents at a garage sale, it's probably worth buying.
The reel-to-reels, like Adam, I think Adam was the one that I was listening or talking to him one time. He said they've went through the roof. I knew that anything Beatles would, but the reel-to-reels, like if you get
reel.
Yeah, when you joined the record club in the 70s and stuff, you could get a reel-to-reel. So many of them or 8-tracks or cassettes or albums. So 10 albums, 10 of this maybe, and then the reel-to-reels you might have been able to get 8. So you could have got Chicago and just say Tommy James and the Shondells or something like that. That's the stuff, and they're still in their box. Then you got something there's not many of them out there left. So.
Yeah. 8-tracks, yeah. So yeah, he knows they're coming back too. He's got a lot of them. he had a bunch of them wrapped.
Just start taking them old sports cards that are commons with you, so you can fold them in half and start dragging the stuff underneath. I had to do that all the time, man.
Yeah.
And you couldn't fast forward them too, so you had to listen to the whole song. At least I could.
Adam knows. Pink Floyd 8-track still $5, still worth it.
You know, I've left a lot of the 8-tracks behind in cassettes, but now I'll grab them. We'll see.
If the artwork on the outside's good,
throw them away. So,
if you know the artwork on the outside's good, they were probably kept in a good place. So they'll probably most likely play.
Oh, I've seen them brand new still in things, but it was like John Denver. Country. Somebody had a whole bunch of them. They had John Denver and Waylon.
Country. It doesn't seem to sell very much for me.
Or the rock, and I don't think I would. I have a ton of cassettes right now on that shelf back there that I've got on eBay, and nobody's even taken a bite yet. So
Really?
Yeah, there's
Are they in lots or are they individual?
a whole lot. Let me see if it's right here.
So if you put it like a rock and roll lot and you have like 10 records, that's what it seems to do the best.
Shoot, I don't. There, I seen them the other day when I was ripping through this crap. To see, I'm not quite sure now, but there were.
Because I was thinking about putting some up just today. I've got a bunch over here, and I was thinking about lotting up in the 5 to 10s, and then just kind of running an auction, see what it go for.
I have like 15 in there, but it's kind of a mix. And there's one John Denver in there, so
yeah.
But it's I mean, Rocky Mountain High. So
I think as long as you you can have mostly rock. You have a John Denver if it's the same era. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I can tolerate him. I mean,
John Denver's
it's relaxed,
great, honestly. But most people are not going to like him.
Yeah, I know.
He's too straight and narrow. He's too nice.
That was AM Gold. That's a lot like bread and stuff like that. So
it's pretty sad whenever most people know of you from Dumb and Dumber. That John Denver's foolish.
I didn't know he was in that. So he says
that when he's in Kansas. He thinks he's in Colorado or he's in Nebraska or something. He's like, that John Denver's foolish. So when's the next auction, Westside? You do every couple of weeks, I think. You can't keep John Denver in your shops. Really? That's how fast they fly off, huh? I've got some records.
You froze again. Click back in. Oh, Lord. That's twice. Somebody's got him. Come on, Anthony. You can do it. That's pretty good. What? So I'm Harry Homestone taking over for Anthony. He's froze, as you can see. So we put the freeze on him. He might have to end this chat here soon. So, or it could be me. I'm not sure. Nah, it's not me. Let's try you again. Nope, you're froze, bud. Oh, I'm froze too. No, I'm not froze. You are. That stinks, Anthony. Oh, he's out, and he's going to come back in. So give us a few seconds. We're on the Anthony Long channel. I'm Harry Homestone, your second-hand co-host. Hopefully he jumps back in here so I can say goodnight anyway. How's everybody doing tonight? By the way. Oh, there he is.
I don't know. My internet must have been screwy. Sorry.
Next auction is 1:30:21. Anthony, I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, I need to go too
because I got to watch something with my wife, and then I'm gonna hit Camp Wakasaki because I am 4:00 in the mornings early.
Yeah, believe me, I get it. I get up 5:30 all through summer. So yeah, and especially I guess when you're so busy and you work so much, it's easy to go to sleep because you're just beat up tired. When people tell me they can't sleep, I'm like, work out. You'll sleep.
I do. I'm going to work out with a nice big popsicle. So. Thanks for having me in, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, not a problem. I always appreciate when you come in. Makes it a lot more fun. But yeah, go on Sunday mornings. If you do that, I'm always.
Yeah, I'll be there Sunday. Maybe I'll definitely be on there Friday or Saturday because I got to come up with something silly.
Especially because moving forward too, because Tim and Authentic go on at 10 o'clock. And so people are kind of ready and waiting for them. So you get on before them kind of deal.
What's that, 10 o'clock in the morning?
On Sundays.
If I come, last time it was like 6 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
7 or 7-8, something like that. So.
Yeah.
Later on, fella. Later on, and thanks again for having me in. I'll catch you soon.
Not a problem. Thanks a lot, Harry. I appreciate you.
All right, later, all.
Hey, no worry. Sometimes we all got a lot of stuff going on. Hey, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining the chat. And what'd you say? Was it John? I apologize. I'm bad with names till I hear it a few times, but thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Westside. There's Harry's. His is always fun live. He gets up in the morning and eats his yogurt, and although you guys are on the West Coast, so it's like shoot, it's like what 3 a.m. for you guys. You'll probably never catch that one. But he goes live in the afternoons and nights sometimes too. Justin, that's right. I should have known that. I said John. I was close. Jay, hey. Bye. Yeah, Adam, next time I see you in chat or whatever, we can discuss doing a sale if you want to. Not a big deal if you don't. I'll put them in my booth. Thanks to everybody that joined in and chit-chatted with me, gave me something to do. I really just was supposed to listen. I didn't. I just talked. And my dogs are mad that I couldn't give them any attention. So thanks, y'all. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching my pre-made videos and I'll give me all the support. So see ya.